welcome back to Big Mood, everybody. We got the whole gang here.
Hey.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, bitches.
Hola, soy Tiffany.
Hi, Bang. Gina.
That is so cute.
Yo soy Americano, Nikki.
What was that?
I am American, Nikki.
I know, but
Oh.
like, you're not Spanish.
You're supposed to
I'm
Tagalog
I
it.
am
Yeah,
what
that's
is-
Tagalog.
I'm brown.
Tagalog.
I'm brown.
How do you say Tagalog? How do you say my
Gabby,
name
how do you
is-
say it?
How do you Gabby?
Oh, Gabby's
she's
not
like
good.
racist.
She's too American as well.
Yeah, goddamn.
She's
but-
we asked the only Filipino.
I'm Jessica,
full
but we
Filipino.
also have a really
Oh
quick
yeah,
shout out.
boobs. Okay, so you like your boobs? You want them comfy? Put on a Third Love bra. I mean, I'm actually wearing Third Love right now.
Oh, you
See, I'm a
actually
Oh, I know that
showing
one.
it.
I like that model.
I
It's the
love
same one I'm
this
wearing,
one.
actually. I'm not going to show you that one.
Twin
either.
Show us,
tetas.
dude. Give us a little.
Give us some
The
action.
strap.
Give us
the strap.
Give us
There
some
you go.
There we
views.
go.
Hey,
Look at
Third
that.
Love.
Is that the same one? Let me see.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna dig into her
Third
chest
Love
right
will
now?
make your friends want to see your titties. No, just kidding. It's really comfortable though. Super quality comfort. They do a
It
fitting
is.
room quiz to make sure it fits your boobies just right. Any issues you have with your current bras will be removed, and you deserve it. You deserve some TLC. That's Third Love Comfort. Go to thirdlove.com/bigmood now to get 20% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/bigmood for 20% off today.
Cover them pearlies
Gina's
up.
over here
Yeah.
flicking Tiff's nipples.
She moved.
She
they're on
moved
the
my
nipples.
pearls in my shirt.
They're perfectly placed.
Tiff has pearls right over her nipples on her shirt.
Why do
Yeah, you
people
gotta watch
when
the
they
YouTube.
when they get piercings on their nipples? Why don't I ever see pearl ones? That'd be sick.
Oh, that would be
yeah.
sick.
Right?
Like a barbell with pearls.
Little mermaid,
inside.
little mermaid
Yeah.
titties.
I'm gonna make that. You make jewelry. You make it.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These are for your nips.
These are for your nips. You never see pearlies.
So today we thought we'd do a life update video because
Yeah.
there's a lot of life updates that have happened in the group, especially with two of our members, half the group. Let's start with Jess though, because you just moved to a different state.
I did. I moved to Austin. I am a part of the California Wave. Except
Which is
I
funny
was-
because you're the one.
I was born in Austin, but I said I would never move back.
And she made a big fuss
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
A huge fuss.
I did not.
I even
posted one thing.
I even reposted it and argued it.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I wanted to move out of California because I was
right,
born and
I
raised
know.
here.
I was fighting you,
That's true.
and I was like, you can't fucking leave LA.
And then she's the one that moved and I stayed.
Yeah.
And people are mad probably because
So-
people on the internet are never allowed to change their mind.
No.
Oh, yeah. As soon as you
Yeah.
make one
You
thing
hypocrite.
known, that's for life. You
fucking
can't ever
liar.
change.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm very much enjoying the beginning part of my move. I mean, I've just been there for like 2 weeks. I got my new apartment.
Back up though.
Super
On
okay.
moving day.
Yes. What happened
You did
then?
not enjoy the
Oh,
beginning
yeah.
part of your move.
That was
so
hilarious.
there were several things that happened on my way out. One of them being my move didn't go so well because I got a pod and there was just some bullshit with that. The second being when I left, I was stuck in 4 hours of traffic because I didn't realize I was actually driving out of California on Memorial Day weekend. That was a whole other thing. It took me 4 hours to get out of LA.
I told her not to move on
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde, but you
Nikki
know,
warned.
I
She
said,
warned.
and
LA
she
was-
said that it would be okay.
California kicked me on the way out.
Yeah. They're like, let's make this bitch suffer before she goes.
Yeah, so when I got my pod, they sold it to me as this is for a 1-bedroom. It's not for a 1-bedroom. It was for like an efficiency
Studio?
size, like a studio size. So I had to throw away a bunch of shit at the last
Minimalist.
minute.
You have to be a minimalist.
Yeah, but it's okay because honestly, like I got like now that I'm there and I got the stuff that would fit and I got it in my place. Like I'm happy with what I did get to bring. But the day of, I was having like a panic attack, and luckily
no.
I asked Steve if he was free because one, I needed just male presence in general because I had movers like there and I just felt kind of a little bit uncomfortable with strange men, and then so just having Steve's presence was good. Also, he like can carry things,
Yeah.
so like he's more
Loves
helpful.
carrying things.
He's more helpful than someone tiny like Tiff.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, I'm pretty strong, okay?
I know
From
you're
the side.
I know you're strong, but you're not like a 6-foot man. So
No.
Because Tiff and I were supposed to go over
Yeah.
and help too, but then we got called off.
Yeah.
We were on call and then we
we were waiting. We
Yeah.
were just sitting around killing time. I'm like, Jess, you know,
well, because
like,
I
I'm
moved
ready.
up the time, and then it
Yeah.
seemed like it wasn't gonna work for everyone. Because
Yeah.
I originally said, "Can you guys come at 3?" And then I was like, "Oh wait, the movers want to come at 12." And then you guys were like, "Well, we're not quite
We
ready."
were like, we'll still be there at 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we could have made it at 3,
and
but
then, but then like so half of my shit couldn't fit, and I was dealing with the stuff with Steve, and Steve was like, "Okay, you're gonna have to figure out what you need to throw away, or like, what are you
Instead
gonna do?
of donating all your nice stuff to be and
We
Tiff,
were right
Oh.
there.
she
We could've
chucked
been
it
there.
down the garbage chute.
I love
Neither of
that.
us had a truck.
I love that I wasn't involved in this moving process because they knew.
Of course.
I
No,
know.
Gina, you are
Gina.
zero
Yeah, of
help
course.
for
Yeah.
anything.
They knew. Like, even if I was there, I would just sit on the couch and make it heavier for them
Yeah,
to carry out.
yeah.
You
That's
moved
definitely
this
Gina.
over there.
Yeah.
Gina's like her cat.
Yeah.
She just makes it difficult.
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
do.
you would have just gotten in the way. So
Yeah.
me and Steve basically spent a couple hours chucking shit.
It was like a rage room
chucking
in the
shit
garbage
down
chute.
the chute.
I hate hearing this
the
part
chute.
because I'm like, oh my
I
god.
know.
so
You
many
should
of
have
the things
seen
I
the
could've
joy
got.
in your husband's face. Like I was letting him throw stuff away with me, and then so like I would open the chute and kind of leave it open. He got to throw away my Christmas tree, and like he was so happy to take that Christmas tree and fucking he was like winding up to slam shit down the trash chute. Like he took my
He's got a lot of
Pyrex.
rage too.
He took my Pyrex fucking like I just had kitchen stuff like just so much.
Don't listen,
He-
Tiff.
I
Don't listen. Don't listen.
can't hear this. I can't hear this.
he winded
Earmuffs.
back
Fuck.
and slammed that shit down the trash chute. It was so loud. I was in
Pyrex
there
is
like
a great brand.
I know, it's so good. I've been wanting to buy
There's-
some, but I've been too cheap.
there was so much stuff that I threw away, but honestly, it was just like I don't have room for it.
It hurts.
It won't fit in my car. It won't fit in the pod. What am I gonna do?
It hurts us more than you, Jess.
Yeah.
You don't
A
understand.
Pyrex would fit in my car that
It's
Steve
like
borrowed.
fucking $12. You know, like am I gonna freak out over $12? I'm just gonna throw it away. Like what am I
She threw
supposed
away
to do with it?
succulents. Could have
Damn it.
nicely decorated
Wow.
This set,
The set.
we could have replaced that.
Why did you-
green stuff in the
Why?
middle?
Why
This
did we
was
just?
very last minute. Like I had to go.
She was having panic attacks at the same time.
And
Yeah,
I, was,
yeah.
I didn't really have a panic attack, but I
Okay.
was like getting.
No, tell me you did, so I can
was
forgive
getting
you.
upset. Steve was there, and he was like, "Okay, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "I don't know," but like it, you know. And he just helped me like sort through the. I had everything packed up and ready to go. Then I had to like reopen boxes and like figure out what I really
Because
needed.
you didn't label anything,
Damn
which is
it.
shocking
I
to
didn't
me.
label
I know,
anything because I
that's me.
thought it
Surprised.
all was gonna fit. I was like, I
That
don't need to care. It's
Makes
all
sense
gonna
for you,
fit.
Gina.
that's
For
me, yeah.
Jess, I was
Yeah.
like,
I know.
wow,
Doesn't fit.
shocking.
I know, but so anyway, that debacle happened, and then yeah,
But now you're there,
yeah.
and you like it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
great.
really love my new apartment. It feels more homey to me, and it's way cheaper, but it's still really nice.
You're
Yeah,
closer
it
to your
looks really
dad?
nice.
It's really yeah. I'm only an hour drive from my dad now.
High ceilings.
Yeah,
Lots of
I love
space.
cute.
my
Yeah.
apartment. I
Super cute.
love it. It's outside of Austin. I mean, it's an Austin address, but it's not like in Austin
Yeah.
proper. So it's like kind of in the hill country a little bit. It's really pretty.
Mm.
And it's very quiet. That's one thing I
Yes.
never got in LA was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because remember the first time I moved from like the Hollywood Hills area over to the west side, I was like, oh my god, my neighbor over here in the Hollywood Hills is just so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And then so I moved to Marina Del Rey, and my neighbor below me was like playing club music 24/7. I was like,
my
oh, I
God.
can't escape this.
So many artists wanting to come here.
I'm just
make
like
it.
and now I'm like in the hill country in Austin, and
Doing
it's
Gina.
quiet as fuck. So
What is
I
happening?
got it.
Gina's always doing Tip's hair.
Always
I
has
know.
such thick long hair.
This is true.
Thanks.
She goes through like 6 different hairstyles while I'm
You
here.
look so Mexican with that.
Yeah, it does.
I know. I thought she was gonna do the like
Yeah.
Princess Leia
Yeah.
thing, which
The
by the
Fri-
way
it's like
was
the Frida thing.
it was actually inspired by a Mexican
Oh really?
warrior ladies. I forgot what they're called.
Mexican
Anyway.
warrior lady.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, those are stories I've
Guerrera.
never heard.
Guerrera
Wow.
people.
Okay, so
Anyway.
but one thing that you do have to deal with now that you're moved is coming back here to shoot once a month.
Yeah.
And you on the plane ride had quite a time.
Yeah, so I chose to leave California, where I still do have some work that I have to do, move to another state where I now have to fly back once a month, but I also have like panic disorder, and it's triggered by airplane rides. So basically once a month I get to have panic attacks by my own choice. But if I
It's
take
like exposure therapy.
it is
though.
Yeah.
though. That's what I thought, because I didn't used to have this, and then when I started traveling more with Joe, for some reason, like, because we went to Japan 3 times, we went to Hawaii like 4 or 5 times,
Jet
we went to
setters.
Europe, like we did all this stuff.
Yeah.
And at some point, I developed a panic disorder on the airplane, but prior to that, I didn't, because me and Joe were dating long distance, and I would fly here every month, and I was nervous, but fine. But for some reason now, I have a panic disorder on an airplane, so I will have a panic attack at the slightest fucking turbulence,
Oh,
like
no.
like the
Jeez.
slightest, like if you just blow on the wing, I will freak the fuck out and start like hyperventilating. So this time I didn't have what I had taken before was not Xanax but Ativan, but it's basically Xanax. It's same drug class, different drug. But so I'd taken Ativan before. That helps my panic disorder. I only take it on flights or like emergency situations only, but I didn't have any. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get the exposure therapy. I'm going to take my flight back to LA without any drugs. And the panic ensued like almost immediately. So I basically got up out of my seat at one point. I was up in the fucking galley with the like air flight attendants. Yeah. And I was like, can you just talk to me? Cause I'm fucking spiraling.
Wow.
I was like, yeah. And then, so they were super nice and they were talking to, like, I think I just need to like have someone tell me that I'm not dying. Cause in my head, I start to feel like we're going down.
Yeah.
But also I think a part of it is claustrophobia too, because all the people around me, like all the rows in front of me, in my rows and then behind me, they all had their windows closed. I can't fucking handle that. Like, I need to be able to see the ground. So
Plus, you're all wearing masks. Like, it just feels very like.
the mask didn't have anything to do with it. It's I need to be able to see the ground.
Oh.
I need to see like
you can't tell where you are.
I can't tell where I'm at. I can't tell like.
I mean, if the plane
if we're-
crashes, you can see the plane or the ground pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I need to see the ground. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not afraid of heights. When I see the ground and I feel the turbulence at the same time, if I can see the ground, I know that we're not actually like falling out of the sky. It's
You know,
just
the
like,
relevance to.
Yeah,
How
so-
about like you know when what turbulence is like because you're going up and down, you feel like that drop feeling sometimes. Like, what if you just focus on okay, I don't have that drop feeling in my stomach right now, so we're not falling.
No, it's not about the drop
Doesn't-
necessarily. It's like I just need to see the ground. If I can see the ground, I'm fine. But I bought my tickets. I bought them for June, July, and August ahead of time, and they were all full. I got the front of the plane like row 9 or something, but like the window seats were all full already for all of those flights. And so I was like sitting in a row where I couldn't control the window. And so I freaked out. And then so I got moved to another row where I could see out the window a little bit. That helped a little bit. But yeah, basically I had to get out of my seat and like talk to someone. I was just like kneeling in the fucking galley, like freaking the fuck out. So, and I was like, I'm going to have to get drugs before I take my return flight. Like I have to get them because I just can't. I don't know what it is. I just can't handle it.
Yeah.
But like the second half of the flight and the descent and the landing, I'm totally cool with. Like,
What if
I'm
you had a
like,
drink
put
on
this
the plane?
baby on the ground. It doesn't work.
No.
Oh,
No, alcohol
really?
doesn't work. No.
Oh. Because it knocks me out. I
Literally
just go to sleep.
only like a benzo will stop the panic.
Huh.
Crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah. But the second half of the flight, like once there's only an hour left, then I know the descent is like 20 minutes of that. So I'm like, okay, 40 minutes left, 40 minutes
Oh,
left.
you're like
and then-
counting down.
Yeah, so I got through I like landing because I guess even landing could be the more dangerous part of the flight. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
it
if
is.
you
Actually, most
crash or
crashes
whatever.
happen during
But I
landing and
feel better.
takeoff.
I'm like, put this baby on the ground. Like the closer to the ground we get, the better I feel. I'm like, I don't care if we bounce and hit the runway or
Wow.
slide.
Shit.
I don't care if they got to come in sideways and fucking drop that shit in the wind. Like, just put me back on the ground. Like, I
Wow.
love the descent. I don't care.
I'm the opposite. I hate takeoff and landing. Hate it. I could fly forever, but the takeoff and landing, ugh.
Yeah,
So
I
much
don't. I just
panic.
don't like being up there. I don't like the beginning and the middle.
What if you
I'm
played
okay
a mobile game?
I try, but it
Like
Yeah,
Best
she's
Fiends,
tried.
which doesn't use the energy.
they're not our sponsor anymore. No, I'm kidding.
At least not for this video.
Yeah, but but overall, I did have a little bit of a debacle at my new apartment. I think I might be on a list.
What?
With
What?
the
Are you Karening out?
I bitched out at the
Yeah, Karened out.
Right?
No, I Karened out
It
because
took
they were
one day to Karen out.
They
I know.
Karened me.
Wait, what
Oh.
happened?
They Karened on me.
what
I didn't hear this part.
Karen versus Karen?
I saved it for Karen
What
versus Karen.
happened?
I think the guy might be a gay guy too. So we were just fucking getting real bitchy.
Oh my god. I love it.
So I had a pod, right? And no one told me this, but when I first arrived, I was like, okay, I have my pod. Where can I put it? He goes, oh, those aren't allowed here. And I was like, well,
What?
bitch, it's coming. And no one told me. You knew I was moving from out of state. So he's like, okay, well, we'll find a place for it or whatever. You can find, go here, whatever. Well, it turns out like I actually rented a garage. They have garages at this complex, and there's a parking spot in front of the garage, and you have the garage. So I put my pod in my parking spot that's in front of my garage that I'm renting. But so the day that it was getting delivered, the truck has to kind of like move forward in order to back into.
Yeah.
But the maintenance drove by and thought that we were dropping it where they had pulled forward, which is like in front of a bunch of cars.
Oh.
And so like his little bitch ass drove his little fucking golf cart to the front desk and was like, they're putting a pod behind a bunch of cars. Like you can't do that.
Hall
wait 2
monitor
seconds.
asshole.
I know.
He carried on me. And so the front desk guy calls and he goes, hi, I just wanted to check and see, like, are you dropping your pod like behind all the cars? And I was like, bitch, no, I'm not. What makes you think I'm an idiot? I can't believe you just called me.
Insulted by intelligence.
I was like, Do you think I'm an idiot that I would drop the pod in like right behind a bunch of parked cars? Like obviously the pod stays there for like 24 hours or more.
I love that it's so personal.
Yeah, I was mad because I saw the maintenance guy and he saw me and I'm like, you think I'm an idiot? You think I'm an idiot, don't you?
She's like, I think I'm on a list now.
Yeah. No, so I hung up.
Remembers his face.
No, so that's not even the end of the story. So I hung up on the front desk guy. And then he emails me and he goes, oh, I think we got disconnected. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to, like, offend you or whatever.
Oh, damn.
And so I wrote back.
Oh no,
Jess.
I already know where this
You
is
need
going.
a person with you.
Yes. You should have sent it to the group first
I know,
for
right?
us to approve.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the list after this one.
I would have just encouraged any email.
What did you say? What did you say?
Yeah, Gina's like, honestly, blah.
I said, okay, I said the first thing, this is the email. I could probably even get it out on my phone and read it. Okay, I'm
please
gonna
do.
read the email, and you guys
Our last email.
you guys are gonna kill me when you see
Oh
what
my
I
God,
wrote.
I'm already nervous.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
Because
let me
like when
find it.
Jess is angry
This
and
is
she's
what-
writing,
this is what I
We're
said.
so similar, but I'm the one that talks him down and is like, hey,
Yeah.
we're just
You
gonna
talk
neutralize.
all of us
I do.
down.
I
Yeah, you
do.
really do.
Okay,
You're
I'll
great.
read what he wrote after I
crazy.
hung up on him. He said, hello, Jessica. I'm not sure what happened, but our call got dropped. Yeah, bitch, I hung up. And I know you have a lot going on with moving. I just wanted to reach out, let you know I did not call to say you were dropping off the pod in the wrong area. I was calling to make sure you were aware your pod was getting dropped off. I was like, bitch, yes. I was there. The driver was
Yeah.
there. My dad was there. Like, the maintenance guy's just a fucking asshole. So I'm more mad at the maintenance guy than I am the front desk guy. But anyway.
You're gonna kill the messenger. Okay.
Yeah, basically, I took a shotgun and blasted the messenger's face off.
That's very Texas. That's very Texas. When you move back to Texas, they give you a shotgun.
Yeah. I got my standard shotgun
Agree
at
with
the
the
border.
airport.
Yeah.
Like in Hawaii, they give you lays. In Texas, they give you shotgun.
They have a strap and a shotgun. They put it over your neck.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
All the bullets.
Yeah. Instead of aloha, it says howdy. Howdy.
Yes. So basically, his email goes on a little bit more, and then he's like, please let me know if you need anything. Again, I'm sorry if you're offended. In my rage, in my blind rage, I wrote back, there's 2 things I don't like coming from a man.
Oh my God! Jess!
What the fuck, Jess?
The first,
She's on a list.
She brings gender into it.
the first is to waste my time, and the second is to insult my intelligence. I saw maintenance on the golf cart drive by. I was standing right there with the pod's delivery driver as well as my dad in plain sight. The pod's truck driver obviously had to pull forward in order to back up. The maintenance guy could have easily said, where are you dropping this at, directly to me and avoiding this colossal waste of time. So
Yes.
I'm on a list.
You should have put. I came from LA, bitch. Stitches get stitches.
Right, so I was
the
carrying
teardrop?
on them. They carried on me and I doubled down.
Damn,
That's
girl.
Wow. And on that note, we have a sponsor today. It's Stitch Fix. Maybe
Stitch Fix.
a nice outfit will help you.
Help you calm down, girl.
Oh my God.
Stitch Fix. Shopping for new clothes can be time-consuming, tedious, and expensive. Okay, anyway, Stitch Fix offers clothing hand-selected by experts, styled for your unique size, budget, and style. We know what Stitch Fix is. You guys have heard about this. Company's been around for a while. I enjoy going on there and actually buying stuff directly from their website as well, but they also have a stylist that will compile a box for you. If you are too busy Karening out on people to have time to go shopping, you can use Stitch Fix. They'll send you some clothes. You can try them out. If you don't like it, you could return it. It's super easy to return it. They send you the prepaid envelope, and then you just drop it off at the USPS if for whatever stuff you don't love. But the pieces you do love, there is a $20 styling fee for each box, but it gets credited towards the pieces you keep. There are no hidden fees ever. You also don't have to sign up for a subscription, but you can have a subscription basis where they send it to you every month or however.
You can make it
however many
seasonal
times.
or
Yeah,
whatever,
seasonal. But also you can just do it like once in a while. You are in complete control. They also have styles and clothing to fit any occasion for women, men, and kids. They ship all over the U.S. and it's also available in the U.K. Get started today at stitchfix.com/mood and you'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. That's stitchfix.com/mood for 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. That is stitchfix.com/mood.
And while you're looking great, why not have a beautiful smile to accompany your stylish wardrobe? So Candid are these clear liners. They're comfortable, removable, and practically invisible to help straighten your teeth, and they're super convenient, with braces, because like my son currently has braces, and
Nerd.
He's not loving it. You know, because braces are so annoying. You have the wires, you have like the rubber bands if you need to wear the rubber bands. You can't remove them whenever you eat.
Yeah.
And food gets stuck up in there. And then when the food is stuck in there, it ends up staining your teeth if you're not good about
It
removing
like
that
rots.
food. Yeah.
So
It's
bad.
like
Gotta use a water pick, all kinds of stuff.
exactly.
Your gums get all swollen.
It's
and
so much
gross.
work.
It's a lot of work, but with Candid, you don't have to worry about all that mess because once you're eating, you can, or before you start eating, you can take off the Candid aligners and put them off to the side and then have your mouth free and you don't have to worry about all that food getting stuck anywhere. They're super convenient. And Candid is awesome because you get to do this all from the comfort of your own home. You get linked up with an actual orthodontist because other companies, they generally use like general dentists, but not with Candid. Candid only works with orthodontists. And the same orthodontist who created your plan is with you from start to finish, so you'll never have to wonder how you're doing with your treatment. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months, so you'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. So become your best you. Start straightening your teeth today. Right now you can save $75 on Candid's starter kit. Go to candidco.com/mood and use code MOOD. That's candidco.com/mood, code MOOD. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. candidco.com/mood, code MOOD.
That's a lot of doll hairs.
A lot of doll hairs. You know
lot of
what,
doll hairs.
Gina?
What's up?
Since you're just talking, why don't you talk about your new lifestyle change?
Let me tell you guys something. All right, let me tell you
Trauma,
something.
pure trauma.
Your teeth look great though. Wait, what happened?
do look so
When you
cute.
first came in, I was like, wait, your smile looks different. But I'm like, did I just forget?
She got a little cute
Did I
fangs.
just forget what your face looks like?
so long.
Go to Texas 2 weeks.
Right? Doesn't even know Asians anymore. It's
I
crazy.
know.
Like,
Like,
are you Nikki?
I can't even like notice an Asian face. It's just kind of blurry. I'm like, wait,
They all look the same.
they all look the same now.
I said it, not her. Don't cancel it. Yeah, so a couple things changed. I decided, okay, so for the longest time, one of my favorite aesthetics is like pronounced canine teeth.
Yeah.
I think I have
It's
some.
so
I love
cute.
Yeah, I
those.
think it's just so
On the bottom
cute.
too.
Oh yeah, you do.
I used to have them. and
I ground them down
yeah.
too.
Look, my teeth are straight as fuck. Like
Same.
the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to my dentist. Shout out to Dr. Jin.
Your hot
Dentex.
dentist.
Yeah, Dentex Dental in Pasadena. What's up?
She always flirts with her dentist
Yeah,
on Instagram
you flirt
stories.
with your dentist way too hard. Is he married?
He has a girlfriend,
Okay.
but that's my marketing ploy.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
cute. Go look at him.
Okay.
Give
so-
some business.
Yeah, so I started a new job. I'll get into that later. And then this new job requires me to be in front of camera a lot. And I just want like a nice bright smile, right?
Yeah.
So originally I just wanted to even out my front teeth because I had really small teeth next to my big teeth. They were tiny.
That was what I did.
Yeah.
I have 2 veneers right next to my big teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Oh
I
yeah, I
want-
remember that.
I only have 2. Just the
Veneer
ones right
life.
next to me.
Yeah. So, I
So
was
you
like,
got the top row. A
yeah,
little
the
bit of
top
it?
row. So I went to my dentist. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be on camera a lot. So I did a whole whitening series, and then I wanted to even out my teeth. But I was like, hey, so how do we feel about fangs? Because I want fangs.
Mhm.
And I told him this from the beginning. He's like, yeah, I can do that for you. And the cool thing about him is he's an actual artist. He paints.
Oh, cool.
nice.
And these are like composites, so they build on top and they mold on top. So like
Yeah.
a great
Yeah.
artist knows how to mold very well.
Yeah.
So I got myself some fangs.
Dope.
Super
It looks
cute.
great. I love
So wait,
it.
it's bonding then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like they didn't shave down my real teeth or anything. He just builds on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
got
so they're not
bonding down.
veneers.
They're
Well,
composite
these,
veneers.
these two are veneers, and then she got bonding on the fangs. Yeah?
No, they're composite veneers.
Oh, they're
So
still veneers. Oh,
they're
okay.
still-
Is it
I think
porcelain?
so.
It's not porcelain.
No,
So
they're-
it's
they
not
don't
gonna
like
last.
pop on.
It's not gonna last.
No, so these don't last as long.
Oh.
Like I could break them if anything, but if I
Yeah.
break 'em,
Or
I
if you
just-
grind your teeth.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, me and Tiff.
But then
do
your
that.
regular
Yeah.
tooth is just there.
Yeah.
So like it's not gonna look weird or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't want to shave down my
Well,
teeth.
when
and
you
pop
get
out wounds.
veneers, though, you don't really have to shave. Because I got mine done by Dr. Danny in
Uh-huh.
Beverly Hills.
Danny!
Yeah, I love Dr. Danny too. So Danny Benyamini, if anyone needs, he's
yeah,
great.
he's
But
good
anyway,
looking too.
He's also very
Okay,
handsome.
calm down, you guys.
Hot dentist in LA.
Yeah, that's a new thing
Yeah,
now.
he's married though with kids, but
Yeah.
It makes sense.
yeah. So he didn't really have to shave mine down. I mean, because the problem was they were so small already
Oh,
next to my big teeth. So if they
see.
pop off, it's
you
not
had
gonna
enough
be,
space.
yeah.
I don't have any space between my teeth. I get all my cavities in between my teeth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have to floss
what?
religiously.
I
'cause-
see.
Yeah, I
Easy.
have, like no space.
Yeah, but you don't normally have to shave that much off for veneers.
Oh.
A lot of times, if the guy's good at his job.
I guess this was the easier one, just to build on top of it.
Yeah.
To mess with your real teeth.
Also, it's probably a little bit less expensive too because it's
Yeah.
not so permanent.
So I got these fang babies, and then I hit up my jeweler. It's like, hey, remember those grills?
Oh
you
my
made me?
God.
Oh wow.
We're gonna have to redo those. Sorry. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. So I got those done because I have a new job.
Yeah.
Yay!
Congrats.
I am now the host of G4 TV, which is a
Nice.
gaming channel that I've watched when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like I remember growing up just like, God, I want to be on a gaming channel. Like,
Remember, like
gaming's my
Olivia
whole
Munn
life.
was like the
Yeah.
hottest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Olivia
made it
Munn got
big.
her start there.
Like a TV channel, guys.
Yeah.
Like TV, like real, like on the TV.
Real life TV.
Like
Yeah.
really on the TV.
Like on the real TV.
On the real TV.
So what does that mean? Like, what's the host of G4?
So the host of G4,
Gaming.
I mean, like it's everything gaming, everything nerd, right?
Yeah.
Where they're gonna put us on which show yet, we are not allowed to know yet.
Oh.
Because out of like hundreds and hundreds of auditions, I think only like
It's like 8 people or
6
something.
or 7 of
Yeah.
us, made it. And so I got
Cassim's one too.
Cassim's
Yeah.
one,
Had him
yeah,
on the
shout
show
out to
before.
Cassim.
Yeah.
And so that's my new gig now, and it's cool. I mean, it's super fun. I didn't realize how big this was going to be until they were like, Gina, you're going to be on TV, and you're going to be on TV like often.
Yeah.
You know, like you're going to be on a show. Because I'm filming. I have a full-time job now, 5 days a
So
week.
crazy to me
You actually
that
have
you're
to
the
commute
first
to
one.
work?
I like
you're
this
the
is-
first one to leave the state, and
True.
you're the first one to
I
get
know,
a
who would've
full-time job.
thought?
right?
What the
Everything
hell?
is backwards.
It's
It is.
ass
backwards
backwards
land.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't had like a full-time schedule since I was like 20.
Yeah.
working 3 jobs.
Which was like 2 decades ago.
This is like 60 years ago, back in when we first landed on the moon.
Yeah.
You know? So like it's such a huge change for me because I've lived on like real like degenerate gamer hours.
Yeah.
and
yeah, because
go-go
you were
dancing hours.
streaming on Facebook, right?
Mhm.
Are you no longer doing that?
We're figuring it out.
Oh, okay.
Like I went from working go-go dancing to streaming. Everything was always at night.
Night.
Yeah.
Like
Nighttime.
I never
owl.
had to drive anywhere.
Yeah.
I never had to sit in traffic. Now I have to fucking commute.
Now you have
Rush
to, like,
hour? What is
Why
that?
do I
and,
imagine
like-
you with a briefcase and
Yeah,
a tie?
yeah,
Yeah, right? Just angrily sipping my coffee while
Yeah.
I'm driving and
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette. And it's weird because, like, okay, so here's how little I drove before. I had a lease for 3 years before. At least you get like 12,000 miles a year.
Year.
Well, you
Yeah.
can choose how many miles you want, but yeah.
So mine was 12,000 miles a year. I returned that car after 3 years with only 11,000 miles
Oh
on it.
my
Wow.
God, Gina! You
Yeah.
probably didn't
Yeah.
even. You should have sold that car, and not returned it. Anyways, I'm very upset.
Oh.
You could have gotten money back.
Oh.
Oops.
Don't turn
Well,
in
at
a
least
lease.
another
And
I'm
car.
the same
I
way.
traded in
I'm
a
the
lease.
same
Yeah.
way, but I didn't lease
Yeah.
mine.
You could have
but-
gotten thousands of dollars back.
CJ,
Oh,
If
so
you
that's how you
sold
build
it.
equity?
Yes, don't turn your
And your
lease
car?
in. You need to sell
What?
it and get money back.
Oh.
Especially if you have such low
This car
mileage.
lady over here.
Anyways,
I didn't know this.
You're,
a whole
about to get
episode
an
on this?
email. You're about to get an email.
I'm
written.
about to get an email.
What's the email handwritten?
and
Two things I don't like in women.
Yeah, there's 2 things that when they're fucking dumb with their money,
and they
naturally
waste my
competent.
fucking time.
time. Yeah,
I didn't know that because I thought I had to turn in a lease to get another
you
lease.
don't have to turn in your lease. You could sell it to a third party and get money
Oh,
back.
shit,
When you
alright.
turn it in, you actually lose money. You use half the
Get
time.
lectured.
Anyways,
Fucked
All right, I'll
but
jump in 3 years.
It was just a Honda, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Whoa.
I like to-
okay. We like our Hondas.
We like our little Hondas,
Yeah.
okay? I don't care how much money I'm after driving my little
Exactly.
Honda.
I like our Honda.
Okay. So now I'm commuting.
Yeah.
and it's weird.
That's
you know?
super weird for me
Yeah.
to picture you.
I
But
commuting.
know.
how do you feel mentally though, like having to get up and like go into a job
Right
Seeing
now,
the sun.
and like having a team?
it's fun. Like it's
Yeah.
super fun because the team is fun. The production team is
Yeah.
fun. This is basically my dream job.
Yeah.
Hey
Um,
Gina,
huh.
would you say like do you like them better as friends? Is that like your new friend group? Or
Nikki's really worried about you
I
abandoning
don't
her.
like them better than our group. I just like them better than I like Nikki.
Oh,
That's the thing. Yeah. That's the only
Trigger. She's gonna be in therapy for this later. Because even though it's a joke, she's taking it personally.
and then Gina said, I don't know why I'm always singled out.
Yeah.
No,
Well, the environment, like when you have like a whole thing going on and there's
Yeah.
a whole team of people like working together on something, the energy of that is usually pretty cool.
It's
so.
amazing. And I remember the first day, because this was like a months-long audition
Yeah.
process. It was so long. And you don't know if you're going to move into the next step of the audition until like a month later. It was super
Dang.
long.
That's nerve-wracking.
So I started this audition process like probably in August of last year.
Yeah, I remember when you first brought it up,
Whoa.
and you
Yeah.
were
Long
like, you were nervous
thing.
about it, but then it was like I forgot about it because
Yeah, me
it'd
too.
been so long.
Yeah. And then I found out with you guys when we were
Yeah.
in Big Bear in March.
That was so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like,
Awesome.
I just got the contract.
She's like, oh my god,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And look how much money I'm making.
We're like mid conversation, and she's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're rich, bitch.
So, and I remember my first talk with them when I sat down with the executives. I ended the call with, guys, I just want to let you know that if I get this job, like 12-year-old me is going to lose. I'm going to cry.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the job, and this is basically like my dream job. You know, like it still hasn't really hit me.
Yeah.
Until I guess like I see myself on TV or whatever. But this past week was technically my first week.
Yeah.
So it was a week full of commuting. And it was very interesting. I got to learn the freeway traffic hours, and I've lived in LA for 15 years.
Yeah.
I never had to do this, and I used to pump gas once a month. I have like a eco-friendly car. I pumped twice this week.
Whoa.
And I'm like bitching like an old lady, like why are gas prices so high? Like my full tank used to be.
It is really high here.
Yeah.
Do you have a hybrid?
It's a hybrid, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a hybrid, right? Is that a car hybrid? I don't know. There's an eco mode.
She
I don't
has
know.
no idea.
There's an eco
It's
mode.
an eco mode.
And then so I'm just like complaining about gas prices now. I'm like, holy shit, I'm that person now. But it's been so fun because this week they've set apart a week for us to do all these crazy activities where we all get to bond with our new team.
Yeah.
And everyone's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, incredibly talented, phenomenal gamers. And I feel like I have a new family. This
Yeah.
is fucking dope.
That's awesome.
And the funny thing about this, because I remember Tiff saying this a long time ago, when JK Party started transitioning from crazy challenges to just like board games and card games, I was like, why? Like we had so much fun, like doing crazy shit and eating things.
Well,
And
because
I-
no one on staff like wanted to do that shit anymore.
Exactly. So I remember Tiff saying, yeah, we just felt like we were too old to do these crazy things anymore. Like we're getting to that age, we can't do that. Well, here I am at G4 TV, 31 years old. I had to take like 3 shots of hot sauce.
Oh my god.
I puked 3 times.
Wow.
this
No
week.
thanks,
Damn.
but yeah.
But it was so fun.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
Yeah.
For sure.
You get
it's
compensated
fun.
a little more than on
Yeah,
JK
yeah.
Party. Okay?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
So so every time I had to do these challenges, I just hear Tiff in the back of my head like, we're too old for this. I'm like, bitch, I'm still here.
No, you should have fun.
Yeah, it was
no,
so
for me it
fun.
was like week after week after week
Yeah.
after week after week, and I'm like,
After like a year
I'm
of throwing
traumatized.
up, and you're just like, I'm tired of throwing up.
Yeah.
no, and then going to like house parties or like get-togethers afterward, and then people would be like, "Let's play this game," and I'm like, "Please no, I do it for a living." No.
So like we're not real. I don't know if we're gonna do that a lot for the channel, but
It was a good bonding,
it was a
break
good
the
bonding,
ice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was
that's
3 days of
awesome.
challenges, and I was like, JK Party prepared me for this. This is my shit.
yeah.
So even though I did throw up, they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm great." Like,
You're like,
you guys-
round 2.
Yeah, round 2. So we're filming. Our new studio's being built. We're projected to be on TV by August, maybe.
Nice.
So, and this is like, I didn't even realize this. I was like, so what channel is G4 gonna be on? Like, they're like, no, we have our own channel.
Birthday
Yeah.
party, watch
Yeah.
party.
Right?
Yeah.
Yay.
So we're gonna have our own channel. Like MTV has their own channel. Like this is gonna be, like we're under Comcast and everything. It's gonna be
That's
wild.
awesome,
That is so
Gina.
cool.
So I'm scared also
Yeah.
because it's like this is a lot more eyes. You know,
Yeah.
I have like a full management team like watching over me now, and it's just like this is a huge transition from digital to linear or whatever it is that you call. And like I
You
have
have a lot more support
Yeah.
with a team like that.
exactly
Yeah.
like I have people like, oh, what do you? I can literally just ask them for anything. They're like, yeah, we can get this done for you. I was like, holy shit, like this is a full on
You can request things for your dressing room.
Awesome.
Like you
Right?
could put like I require
Half-naked
raspberries,
pool boys.
baskets of raspberries.
Hey, what
Half
do they
naked
call
pool
it?
boys,
Oh,
runner,
a
rider.
riders.
Yeah.
Writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Kasim's on there, and I get
Who else?
to.
Any other names?
Alvali May, incredible. Frosk, she's huge in the League of Legends community. Golden Boy, big announcer. And then we have the legend, the legacy host from the old G4. So I'm meeting my heroes.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like,
That's so cool.
My first stream was with Adam Sessler, the man that I watched every day after school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so awesome,
is so
Gina.
cool.
Cute.
So I'm
little baby
still-
Gina's happy.
Yeah.
I know. It's huge. Like,
Do you feel like you deserve it? Because
um,
I want to make sure you feel like you deserve it.
Yeah.
'cause you totally do.
I have trouble with that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do. It's just I can't believe it. You
Yeah,
know?
you do. You've worked your ass off for
Yeah,
this. It's like it all came to a point now.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So it's a huge transition in my life, and I love it so much. just scared. I'm a little bit scared and nervous.
When
That's
you have
natural.
something that you value a lot, it does become scary.
Yeah.
And also anything new is always going to be scary because it's kind of the unknown.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you want it to succeed because then it's like
yeah.
you don't want it to get taken away from you. That it's been like such a cool thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So
I've
it's
made so
natural.
many friends, and I'm learning so much
But
about
not
TV.
a lot of friends though. Like
not
probably
that
a lot-
many, Nikki.
really
Not that many.
strong
Not enough to
friends.
push you out.
Not,
Don't
not
worry.
big
You're good.
bonds.
You
like-
have at least
I have a
two more.
shotgun. Right?
all
You
your
already,
hot
girl.
sauce.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was talking to them like in my 8 or 9 years with JK party, I puked once. In my 1 week with you
damn.
fuckers, I threw up 3 times.
Oh my god.
Welcome to G4.
That's
So
so
it's
cool.
great. I mean, I haven't taken the time to really celebrate, but I went to the mall yesterday and bought myself some really nice stuff.
Nice.
for you.
That's
Nice.
awesome. You deserve that. Like
Yeah.
treat yourself.
Thank you.
Totally
We should
do.
have champagne or
Yeah.
something.
I'm sleeping at a very regular hour now.
That's
Wow.
I don't
think
believe
it's gonna
it.
be good for your mental health
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's not
Maybe.
healthy to be
Yeah.
up from until 6 a.m. every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
creativity within a structure is really good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel really heard and listened to. I'm sleeping at fucking 11 o'clock at night, waking up at
Wow.
7.
Wow.
Ew.
Look at you.
Who are
Gross.
you?
It's gross.
You
My
actually have
gamer-
the sun touching your skin
Right?
and getting
Yeah.
that
I bought
vitamin
into
D.
Church of Gina and I signed up for a specific branding, a specific image, and you've broken it. I don't know my deity
Now
anymore.
her pretty's matching the insides.
I don't want it to. I don't want it to.
You're not allowed to change.
I know. So I'm a working woman now.
Yeah,
I
you
love
are.
it.
Nice.
I get lunch breaks.
Do you get cigarette
so
breaks?
weird.
Yeah, no, but
Because I'm not a smoker, but I would
Yeah.
always ask for cigarette breaks because it's not fair. They're like, why do only smokers
You
get
could just
cigarettes?
go hang out with all the grips
Yeah,
and stuff in the
so
parking
just do
lot.
that,
right? Just go outside and breathe real hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air.
But now my
Breathing
gamer friends are
Smoking
like,
some oxygen.
yeah. My gamer friends are now like, Gina, where are you? I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know where. Yeah.
You're abandoning us.
I'm sorry.
Aw.
Well, Tiff,
Yes.
what's been going on in your life?
Well, not as like happy and exciting as these ladies.
Yeah.
I've actually
Half of my story was a Karen story, so
I'm crying
Don't
in
worry
the
about it.
mornings, so it's not that great. I cry in my car a lot.
Same.
Yeah, so my April was intense. Like I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, like all at one time, literally in 1 week.
Yeah.
Everything just like fucking smacked me in the face. And I'm not going to talk about all of it, but I will share that one of the things was my sister randomly hits me up one day on a Saturday morning. She's like, hey, so grandma's in bad shape. This is my dad's mom. You should call her as soon as you can because it seems like these are her final days. Like she's unrecognizable right now. So apparently she had like 2 really bad falls, and the second fall she hit her head really badly to the point where she was unable to use her right side, like her right
Oh,
arm and her right
shit.
leg. And so at that point, and my grandma, she's always been like mega independent. She's like a formidable woman. Like she's just
Ugh.
like super proud.
So that probably hurt
It,
her
like, it-
inside more than the outside.
Fuck yeah. Like it was
Her pride.
so bad where she was like begging to just die. Like it was
Aw.
horrible. And so after my sister lets me know that, I'm like, screw a phone call. I'm booking the next flight. So I actually flew out to Mexico, and I was there for 4 days. And during those 4 days that I was there, like I didn't post about this anywhere or talk, like this is the first time I'm talking about it, but yeah, like being there and seeing my grandma, it was like completely heartbreaking because I had never seen my grandma in that state. And we're all helping her, like her having to wear diapers now, and like having to be helped to take a bath and like help being fed. And it was just like earth
It's pretty
shattering.
shocking, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just really, really shocking. And I was just there just trying to be to help as much as I can. But at that same time, luckily everyone, like she got a sister that flew in from TJ that she hadn't seen in like 11 years. And so like her sister was there for a long time, but she flew in that time that I was there. And so, and then my other sister, my older sister who lives on another side of Mexico, she actually flew in after I left. So a lot of family has been going and visiting her and taking care of her. Like the entire family is like taking turns on watching her because we're scared of her falling and like hurting herself again. And yeah, like right, like before I took off, I ordered a whole bunch of stuff on Amazon to just like try to make her life like a little easier, help people, like helping her make it a little easier. So yeah, it's just been that was really rough with my grandma.
Yeah.
But luckily she has been getting progressively better.
Oh, so she didn't. It
so-
wasn't her last days.
Yeah, it really
Oh,
wasn't.
good.
Yeah, so that's like the
I
happy
totally
part.
thought she passed.
Yeah.
No.
In my head, I thought she passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God she hasn't yet.
That's awesome.
Is she
And-
able to move on her own at all yet?
So that's the thing. Like she has now regained the strength,
Mobility.
at least in her right arm.
Yeah.
She's able to like pick up cups now and like feed herself better. And another thing too, like when I first saw her, her mind was like scrambled. Like she couldn't understand what was being said to her. She couldn't remember like who I was. Like
Oh.
her mind
It's almost
was
like she had a stroke or something.
So that's what we found out the
Yeah.
last day I was
Okay.
there. She got a CT scan, or what is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
right? A CT
Yeah,
scan.
I think so.
And the doctor says she had like mini strokes in her brain, and that's what caused like her to not
Yeah, because
use-
usually not being able to use half your
Yeah.
body is like a sign of a stroke.
But the good thing is that so the doctor recommended like, you know, just play a lot of movies from her time, a lot of music from her time to like help her regain her memory, and like she has been a lot better, and her speech is a lot better, because before she would repeat what we would say to her. Like I'd be like hi grandma, how are you? And she'd go, hi grandma, how are you? Hi grandma, how are you? Hi grandma. Like she would repeat it over and over again, but then she's as of now, like she hasn't been really doing that anymore, so like she has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
And I really think it was just like the whole family coming through and showing her like, we love you, don't give up.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
don't do like, because
If
she
she
kept
just laid
saying-
there by herself, then she would have probably
Yeah.
never even tried.
So yeah, like that was hard in like the ends of April.
That's already one big thing, and then you have
Yeah.
like several other things.
yeah, and I
happen at
had
the
a whole
same
bunch
time.
of other stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm like, which one should I share?
That's up to
But-
you.
Wanna- should we-
We could take
Okay,
a little.
let's take a
we'll
little
sponsor
break. You
We'll
think
take a
about
sponsor
it?
break.
Yeah.
Let's talk about hair.
Let's talk about her hair. I was
Gina's been playing with it.
I'm playing with Tiff's hair
Yeah.
because it's so healthy. Because why? Because she uses Function of Beauty.
I actually
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
now.
She actually does.
Switched over.
Function of Beauty is the world leader in fully customized hair care. We like customized stuff. I feel like it's the era of customization.
You smell mine?
They create your. Ooh, what is that?
It's
Which
the
one's that?
eucalyptus one.
Oh, that's nice.
It's my favorite.
They create your unique formula based on a short but thorough quiz to give your hair everything it needs to look and feel its best. You go on there, you tell them what's wrong with your hair, what you want to change about it, what you want to improve, and they give you your own specific formulation, a bottle with your name on it. Every product is sulfate and paraben free, vegan, cruelty free, and there are over 60,000 real 5-star customer reviews. Function and Beauty fans are absolutely wild about their fragrances, and for
Wild.
good reason. Yeah, like Tiff's hair smells amazing. There's tropical mango.
They have mango now?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
new.
They didn't have that when I ordered last.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
switch
they
it
do
out
update their
seasonally.
scents a
It's
lot.
like
I
summer.
still have the Christmas one. The Christmas scent.
It's Christmas year round.
Yeah.
Sweet peach, crisp pear. Is that new?
No, pear's been
Okay.
there.
Or subtler scents such as lavender, my favorite, rose, and eucalyptus, which is what Tiff is wearing. And if you don't like fragrance, they can do unscented as well. I've had the rose. You've had.
Eucalyptus is my
Yeah.
go-to.
I've done like all. I like
Yeah,
eucalyptus.
I did peach.
I'm
and
on peach
pear.
right now.
Yeah.
I had the
Yeah.
Christmas.
Smell it?
I had Christmas cookie.
It probably smells like hairspray right now, but I just cleaned it last night.
They even have what is it?
Smell hairspray.
Yeah.
You can choose the color of your shampoo, and if you're blonde, you can choose purple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it helps the
You're fake
grassiness.
blonde.
Yeah, the fake
The
blonde.
fake ass blonde.
Like these fake bitches here on set.
And they also have they used to have a really cool black one that I like.
Oh yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So go to functionandbeauty.com/bigmood to take your quiz and save 20% on your first order. That applies to their full range of customized hair, skin, and body products because they got body wash and lotion. That's functionandbeauty.com/bigmood to let them know you heard about it here and to get 20% off your order. And also, of course, to support us. That's functionandbeauty.com/bigmood.
Mood.
And speaking of customizations,
Love it.
I want to talk about Third Love again, because if you're having problems with your bra, it's usually because you're not getting a bra that fits your boobies the way that they should be fitted in. So like when you go to some generic store, usually they just measure your boobs and give you like a blanket size for your boobs, but
Those sizings are always wrong.
they're
too, by the
always
way.
wrong because there's so many half sizes too that they don't account for. And Third Love actually has a really big variety of sizes, including the half sizes and everything.
Also, if you have one titty that's bigger than the other titty, then if
Yeah.
you wear a generic bra, then one titty is like sitting in
gap.
the cup weird. Yeah.
Yeah, so they go over what your current problems are with your current bra, and then they work to fix them because they can kind of tell like what problem areas areas you are facing, and then pick a bra that fixes that. And then also pick out like your boob shape, like that matters too. So
Yep.
the shape of your bra should match the shape of your boobs. So all the kinds of stuff that you didn't know, go take the quiz online, and then there's a perfect fit promise. They stand behind their products, so if you don't love it, you can exchange it, and exchanges and returns are free.
And they're really, really fast. I got
Yeah.
mine, like, I got my return one the day before I even mailed it back. Like,
Wow.
the one, yeah, so it's really fast.
Yeah. So you deserve some TLC. That's Third Love Comfort. Go to thirdlove.com/bigmood now to get 20% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/bigmood for 20% off today.
So, Tiffany, have you decided if you're going to tell us anything new?
Yeah, so I'll just make this quick. So I have been experiencing a lot of symptoms on and off for many years, and I never really put much thought into it. I was just kind of like, oh, it went away on its own.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine.
You have waves.
Yeah, it was like coming in waves. And at one point, months ago, there was a fan who, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but shout outs to you. Thank you so much. He actually sent me a message, and he was like, hey Tiff, I heard you talking about some of your symptoms on JK News. Like, did you ever think about getting tested for lupus? And I was like, what the heck? Like, I've heard of what lupus is, but I didn't really fully understand what it was.
Selena Gomez has it.
Yeah,
There's
like
some
she
other
had to get a
people.
kidney transplant
Yeah.
because of her lupus. So lupus affects people in different ways. Like, every person has a different kind of
It's an
lupus.
autoimmune disorder.
Yeah,
right?
it's an
Okay.
autoimmune disorder. And so I started Googling it, and I'm like, holy shit, I have almost all of these symptoms. Like, I'm pretty damn convinced I think I might have lupus. And the one symptom that really stood out to me the most is the butterfly rash, which is really like synonymous with lupus. And it's like this rash that goes across your cheeks and your nose. And I get that sometimes, but sometimes it goes away. But most of the time I have it. So I'm
Huh.
like, what the fuck is this? Like, it can only be lupus. Like, I was
Right.
convinced.
It seemed
Yeah.
like that's the one that
Yeah.
put it over the edge.
Right. So then I went to my regular doctor, and he had me do the initial test. It's called an ANA, where I guess they look at if you have any autoimmune, or I forgot what it's called, but like certain cells in your blood work that show up that your body is attacking itself, like its own tissues. And so that first test came back positive, which means they did detect some of those cells in my body. So I was like, oh my God, what does this mean? This sounds scary. Like, does it mean I really have lupus? And my doctor was like, calm down. Like, a positive ANA doesn't mean that you have anything. What you need to do now is go to a specialist. So I found a rheumatologist, and with that rheumatologist, she did a second wave of like a more comprehensive ANA. And so, yeah, like she looked at that first blood work, and she was like, oh, this is really strange that it even became positive, because all my organs are working properly. Like,
Oh,
everything,
that's good.
everything looked great. My liver was like a little bit underperforming, like a tiny bit, but not enough to like be worried about it. And so yeah, so then she was like, honestly, I think, you don't have to freak out. Let's just look at the second set of results and see what happens. So then the second set of results came back. She's like, yeah, you don't have lupus, like, or it's not, you don't have anything in your blood work that's strong enough for me to say, yes, you have lupus, right? But I have been experiencing a lot of joint pain. And so what she concluded is that I have this condition called palindromic rheumatism, which is a very rare autoimmune disorder. I forget what's the second word, but this thing eventually can turn into rheumatoid arthritis. And my grandma, which I didn't realize until after I came back from Mexico, she actually has rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh.
So then I told my rheumatologist about that. She was like, okay, well, that's good to know, like, mark it in your chart. She's like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's genetic. But yeah, so pretty much that's kind of like the conclusion to my health scare is, for sure, like, as of right now, I don't have a lupus diagnosis.
Yeah.
But I do have a palindromic rheumatism diagnosis, which means that what it means is that I'll have waves of joint pain, joint inflammation, joint stiffness, and the palindromic word means like it'll be there at one point and then it'll go away and you'll be fine. And this specific type of arthritis, I guess it's classified as, it's not hurting my joints, like it's not causing damage to my joints.
Like rheumatoid arthritis
Like
would.
rheumatoid,
Yeah.
exactly. Rheumatoid arthritis actually like deteriorates your joints. So I guess
it's kind of like pre-rheumatoid arthritis,
Kind
then?
of,
Kinda
yeah.
Like, but like cycles in and out, not super damaging, but like still kind of like has
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable symptoms. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
then
that seems like okay. Like if it's gonna be anything,
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
seems like it's
yeah,
okay.
the best case
Yeah.
scenario.
yeah, it
Ouchie
really
bones.
Because we're all gonna
Really
get
is.
something. Like we're all gonna have fucking
Yeah.
cancer or some shit. You know, like
yeah, something, but that was really the best case scenario out
Mhm.
of anything, like, because at least I have like some sort of an answer as
Yeah.
to why
Yeah.
my joints are painful. Like sometimes
Mhm.
like they'll be really achy and I just don't know why, and at least now I have an answer. But and so I asked her, I'm like, so where do I go from here, right? Like, is there medication I need to take? And she's like, well, if there is medication, it would be steroids. And I'm like, no, I
No,
do
yeah.
not want steroids.
or you're not at that point yet.
Yeah.
At least. Not till you're old. Maybe.
Does it have anything
Exactly.
to do with like how you get like you're like allergic to the sun too?
So that's also another condition that was, so that was one of the things that I thought lupus,
Oh,
lupus has that as a symptom too, which is called photosensitivity. And because I told her, I'm like, my lifestyle has changed, like I cannot be in the sun anymore, I get these rashes, I have to wear a wetsuit whenever I go out to the beach or something, like my lifestyle has actually been affected by this thing now. So she just marked that in my chart, like that's just another condition that I have, is photosensitivity. So I don't know,
Maybe
like
it's not related.
yeah, I don't know.
could be, could not be.
Right.
Inconclusive.
Yeah, she pretty much said like for her types of diseases that she diagnoses, like there's a ton of factors, there's a lot of things. What we really need now is like data. So I'm supposed to see her every 6 months now and
Yeah.
like tell her, like report on like how my symptoms have been. So that's
Well, it's
pretty
good
much
that you have a doctor like watching it. So
Mhm.
like if anything happens, then you'll be able to have some sort of intervention probably before it gets worse. Like if you had not gone and done this, then it could have
Yeah.
gotten worse without anyone watching. And usually when you
Exactly.
tackle something while it's still mild, then you have a much better outcome. So I'm glad you actually went to
Yeah.
the doctor.
Yeah.
Like don't be afraid to go to the doctor. I know people are like, I don't want to go because then I'm gonna like have something and then my whole life.
No, literally, that was me for
Yeah.
months. I was
Yeah.
putting it off for
Yeah.
months.
That's why I'm
because
worried
I
about
was just
Steve. Like,
terrified.
Yeah.
dudes like
He
don't
needs
go
to
to
go
the
to the
hospital
doctor.
until like it's so bad, and he doesn't talk about it either. So it's not like I even have
Yeah.
any warning signs
Right.
until it's like he's on the floor in Costa Rica and it
it's
says
too
he's gonna
late.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
Guys
you
are
get to
weird.
stuff
So weird.
early, you can treat it before it's so bad. Like I don't know why people don't.
But I
realize
guess
that.
like I understand that.
Yeah.
But I also understand why. Like I didn't want to go to the doctor because for me it was too scary to know the truth.
Oh.
Like it was too much for me to, it was like my avoidance tendency
Yeah.
kicking
Yeah.
in, and I'm like, I'd rather, like, if I ignore it, maybe it won't
Kind of like
be a thing.
placebo. You feel like if
Yeah.
you don't know it, then maybe
Yeah.
the symptoms won't really
Exactly.
happen
And then
or something.
also hearing, like, there's a saying that I grew up hearing a lot, which is, and maybe that also contributed to me not wanting to find out, is the diagnosis kills you more than the disease, because like you end up like hurting yourself more emotionally.
Mind over matter.
Right.
Yeah.
So then that's another reason where I was like,
you
I don't want
settle
to find out.
settle into being a victim of a disease.
Yeah.
And the stress of
versus
it
Yeah.
is worse.
Exactly.
But like if you know that that's like a thing that's
You can kind of
real,
like
you cannot be that. Like
Yeah.
people get
Prep
cancer and they
yourself.
beat it. People get
Yeah.
different disorders and diseases and stuff and then they beat it. So
Mhm.
you don't have to be taken down by a,
Mhm.
a diagnosis either. So
You had a
Right.
crazy April, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That was
there was
intense.
even more stuff, but we won't talk
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
right now. Man, like I guess like lately I've been having a lot more like mental breakthroughs. So I started seeing a new therapist in early April. So it's been
what
like
does your
3
old
months
therapist
now.
think about you seeing a new therapist?
Well, so my old therapist was awesome. I actually recommended her to Gina, but she has a program where you complete it in 10 weeks.
So she doesn't do continual.
She doesn't do continue.
Okay.
It's I guess it's called something like CBT or something, where you change like the root of your behavior, or like you really dig up your
Recognize it.
childhood, yeah, and then you change like your coping mechanisms. So she gave me a lot of good tools that have lasted this long. So I last went to her like almost 5 years ago now, and but then like lately I've been having almost like PTSD symptoms, and I've never had PTSD before, but I'm pretty sure that it is that. And there was an event that happened last year that I like was getting the most PTSD from, but after seeing this therapist, like she's pointed out that there are several other really traumatic events that have happened in the past decade or so that I kind of had suppressed. And so it kind of all culminated to a point last year where now it's not just that I'm getting triggered because of stuff that happened last year, but also from all these other events that I've suppressed. And they're like, she always says, like, the body keeps the score.
Yeah.
There's that book, The Body Keeps the Score, and I haven't read it yet. She said I'm not ready to read it. But basically, your body, you're not responsible in your mind for your trauma. So when you're like, hey, I'm over it, like, get over it, it gets stored in your body, in your nervous system. And so when certain triggers happen, you can't just mentally be like, no, that's not a danger. Like, your body thinks it's in this other place.
It pumps you with adrenaline and things, and you're not in control of your brain releasing chemicals. Like, like the reaction that you have.
There's like a mind-body separation where your mind and body are in two different places. Your body is still reliving this trauma that happened, and your mind is like, yo, we're not there anymore, but I can't stop you from feeling this way. And so I was getting like lots of panic attacks and stuff. And working with her, I've had so many breakthroughs, and I haven't had a panic attack since I started working with her. It also was the same time that I got diagnosed with ADHD and got put on medication, which I'm on the mildest dosage because I'm so like weird about medication. But all of that like has helped me find this like clarity that has been really life-changing. Like, I really have never been more grateful for this time in my for living in my life ever. Which is so weird because a couple months ago I was like in a really depressed point where I was like, I feel like I can't go on, and like, so now it's been like so 180, like where I'm so grateful that I'm scared of losing it, which is like, which is it's awesome because I'm like, every day I'm like so thankful. But lately I've been going through these things where I'm just like, wait, I can't keep this. Like, I want to just keep all of this moment, this life right now as it is, like in a bottle, and just hold on to it forever and like stay like Groundhog's Day, like stay in this fucking life right now. Yeah. It's like the best I've ever
like
felt.
Something coming that ruins things.
And so I'm like waiting for the other shoe to drop, which is no way to live either, because then you're not really present. You're still giving yourself anxiety for things that haven't happened yet, instead of just living in the moment and being thankful for it. So I've been really struggling the past couple of weeks with nostalgia because I remodeled our rooms. Jess relates hard. So I remodeled two of our rooms, the kitchen, pantry area, and
it looks really good, by the way.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Do you have it up? I'm not on Instagram hardly ever, but did you do it on the Nikki home?
On House of Limo.
House of Limo. There you go. It looks so good now.
Thank you. Yeah, I love remodeling different rooms and like just picking it out and having it all come together. But it took quite a few days, like a solid like 4 days straight of working on them for like 8 to 12 hours a day. And during that time I was listening to 90s music, and usually like 90s music is just my go-to, just like pumps me up, it keeps me energized. But while I was listening to it, like on the second day, something weird happened where it took me back to like my own personal life in the 90s, like, because generally the 90s feels light to me and feels like a simpler time.
Well, we were children too, so
but we were kids, and then it just, in my head, it got locked in as this like simpler time where no social media exists, and you're just like free and wild, and like it's more of a hippie time. But then this time it brought me back to my actual childhood in the 90s, which was like really lonely. And I started like getting like really sad about it because it was like really kind of a heavy time. But then I also got really thankful for how light this time is. And so I was talking to my therapist about like this, how to kind of reconcile these two energies where I feel this like nostalgia for the 90s and also this heaviness, and then also this feeling of, okay, here's what it really is that like the 90s feels like it was just a couple years ago for me, but it was 30 fucking years ago. And to think that like this time right now, that it could go by in a blink of an eye, that I'm like, oh my God, I missed that time in my life, which is why I'm trying so hard to grasp to the present of like, I love this time so much, like I don't ever want to let it go. And she was like, hey, you know what? You never really lose anything. Your memories and everything in your life is like a river, and there's no beginning or end. So if you picture a river, and you're like floating down the river, and you're a baby, and then you're a child, and then you're a teenager, and then you're a young adult, and then now you're a grown adult like you are right now. like you're still all of those things. You're still baby Nikki, you're still child Nikki, you're still teenage Nikki. And so those will come in from time to time. Like they'll visit you, basically. Like teenage Nikki will visit you or child Nikki will visit you, but they live inside you. They don't go away. And so as things go on, like your time period right now is you're not going to lose it. It's not going to go away. You don't ever lose anything. Nothing's ever lost. And I was like, well, what about the people in my life right now? Like, if I lost my husband, I don't know how I would continue life. Like he's like my everything and my friend group right now. And like my family's all healthy. Like I was spending a lot of time with my family lately and they just bring me so much joy. And I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to get these moments with these people. And it was just really like getting to me. And she's like, have you ever lost anyone? I was like, yeah, well, I lost my grandma, but it was like she had Alzheimer's for 10 years. And so I felt like I lost her slowly over time. And she had me like describe my grandma and like memories I had with her. And she's like, wow, it sounds like you're really close to your grandma. And I was. We were really close. She was a young grandma. She became a grandma at 44. And so she was always like this young, spry teenage grandma. I thought I was going to have her for the rest of my life. And then she was the first one to go. Yeah. And it did really hurt me in a way that I didn't process fully. And but she's like, but she's still with you because I can hear her in your voice and your memories. Like she had a big impact on you. She was the one that brought me into the entertainment industry. She was a professional extra and she was such a ham and she loved like just like being in the background and trying to get close to the main actors. She just loved being on TV. That's like awesome. She didn't even want to be an actor. She just liked being center stage in like front and center. And I think like she imparted a lot of her personality on me. And she's like, so she still lives in you. And I'm like, yeah, she visits me in my dreams sometimes. And like, she's like, yeah, she really does because she's still part of you. And so you never lose those things. And she talked about like how when you have like a rose bush, you know, the roses, they bloom and they're so pretty and fragrant and then they fall off. Like they fall off the bush, but the bush lives on and the bush keeps living. And the next year it grows roses again. And that's how life is. And like, it never really ends. It just like, and so I've decided I really do want kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like I really do. I'm like, it would be a shame to have it end with me, you know, like even though
you guys kept going back and forth and back and forth.
We were so on the fence forever.
A month ago, Steve was like, nah.
Yeah, we were both like, we love our life. Like,
no, we don't want kids.
Yeah.
You're gonna grow roses, new roses.
Then I got a rose bush.
bush.
I bought one. I know. I'm such a fucking grandma.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway,
love it.
So thank you for listening.
So you're getting nutted in on a nightly.
Yeah, I'm getting so nutted in
so
now.
Much
I'm taking so much nutting.
I'm taking my prenatals.
Are you dripping on our couch right now?
Probably. Does that turn you on?
I don't want to sit on that spot today.
It's the wet spot. Thank you so much for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
If you want to help us out, you could check out our sponsors. You could also rate us on iTunes. That helps a lot. And you could also subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, all kinds of ways to support the show if you're into that. But if not, thanks for watching the whole episode. Like, I don't know why.
Subscription is optional, but please do.
But do it. Support Gina on G4.
Yay!
And Jess in Texas.
Yeah. 2 things she doesn't like.
Don't forget the 2
Don't waste our fucking time.
Yeah.
Don't insult my intelligence.
You made such an impact in your new apartment.
I
She's like,
love
"Oh,
it.
that bitch at
That's so
516.
Yeah, they see me rolling by. They're like, "Oh God, don't talk to them."
It's like an eternal war between.
They'll leave me alone now. Though.
There's like a warning sign for the mailman.
From now on,
Beware of white woman.
it's a never-ending war between her and that security guy now.
Yeah.
So every time they see each other,
every time I see the maintenance guy roll by, I'm like, "Fuck you, buddy!"
Kills the bushes outside of your house.
Little snitch bitch on your golf cart.
she pops his tires. It's just back and forth. It's getting ugly, man.
All right, we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.